He's told us all week he's here to win it.
They'll start on the ground. ETN. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. This Super Bowl, of course, just a huge one for this head coach. The first time he's walked the sidelines in a game of this magnitude. And I might normally ask the cliche, what's going through his mind right now? But maybe the better question, CD, what do you think are the pitfalls of being a first-time head coach in this game?
Well, you know it's something that he thought about, Brandon, and he had to. And he was thinking about it long before he got to this stage. As the season progressed and he saw that his team was good, if he was smart, he started to make plans right then and there. Reach out to other coaches who have been there before. Find out how they handled winning, losing, handling all the ticket situations, travel, practice, all those things. And then trust your gut, make your best decision, and put it all out there and give your team their best chance to win. Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
That one, a first down pickup of 8. They'll stay on the ground with Connor again. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Now left side on the swing pass. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 15-yard line. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Following the delay, here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw here. And it's caught. Touchdown. Calvin Ridley. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Jags are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. Let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass his young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
And boy, again, they won't get this off in time. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. They'll try it again now after the 5-yard walk-off. And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays.
And it's Calvin Ridley who finishes it off with a touchdown reception. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. They'll be led out by the first overall pick from a couple of drafts ago, former Clemson Tiger Trevor Lawrence.
And there are a lot of quarterbacks who had terrific careers. Think about guys like Phillip Rivers, Randall Cunningham, Dan Fouts, Warren Moon. But they never got to a Super Bowl. Yet here he is in his second NFL season, already getting his chance. And we harken back to Dan Marino, another superstar, made it in his second year, lost the game, and never made it back again.
They'll start with a run by Mitchell.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. You know, I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
And it's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game. But in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
Now here comes Ayuk on the jet sweep.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right
there. They run the option here on 1st and 10.
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a third and about 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now Lawrence. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 19. Nice third down conversion and even 20 yards.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 18 yards that time to push him up 1st and goal.
After that run for a first down, I don't know the confidence could be much higher for an offense. They're doing exactly what they want to do on this drive.
1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back.
Now Lawrence.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
They'll try to run with Mitchell.
And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
A big one here early in this Super Bowl. It's 3rd and goal.
Lawrence going to keep it. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up fourth. Robbie Gould on now to try the field goal. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. The kick by Gould is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So a conservative decision there, but it does put him on the board.
And I know the players hate it, the coaches hate it, but sometimes you just got to take the points when they're there. Sometimes a field goal is pretty darn good.
From his end zone, here comes Agnew. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. It sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
Well, welcome back to the date on the calendar we circle every year. Super Bowl Sunday. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis here with you as we get set to begin quarter two. And we are back. Biggest game of the year, the Super Bowl, and both teams ready for the start of the second quarter.
They find some open field here. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Jamal Agnew, 57 yards.
And the Jaguars continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl. Well, we're used to seeing big plays from him in the passing game. That'll obviously go as a rushing touchdown, and what a rushing touchdown it was.
And you got to think to yourself that this coaching staff has looked at his playmaking ability and said to themselves, why are we just going to throw it to him? Let's double his touches and make him a big part of the run game. That big playability, it was at the forefront on that one.
Extra point try now for Patterson.
And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And the finishing touch was that nice long run into the end zone.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it.
Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10.
Lawrence's throw complete here to Ayuk.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of this Super Bowl, and he picks up the first down. First down, here's Mitchell.
And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
Now Lawrence to throw. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Jags are going to take possession of the football.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where is he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 45 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Got a man on the right sideline. That's Arnold. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A good pickup there, a 22.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Etienne will score. Touchdown, Jacksonville. So we have a tie now atop the all-time single-season rushing touchdown list. LaDainian Tomlinson, you've just been joined by this man.
And they share similar traits in running the football. Excellent vision, cutting ability, determination, will. They understand where the end zone is and will not be deterred.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was capped off by a Travis Etienne touchdown run. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. And the 49ers getting set to trot out there. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3. I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. From the 29, Lawrence. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Trayvon Walker from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8. Well, remember, he had the interception earlier. Now he adds the sack. He's really making his presence felt out there.
Oh, he is putting together a heck of a game. In fact, he's going to bump these plays to his highlight reel. Okay, so when he wants to show it off later on, look what I did out there, guys. And this offense, they've got to start paying him a little special attention. He's like a good basketball player, putting stats in every column.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. So tug on the face mask, and that's going to cost him 15 yards.
And sometimes it'll go unnoticed, but that one, pretty obvious for everyone to see.
So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10. Etienne up the middle. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle, feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. His 2nd catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a 1st down.
And that's a nice throw right there. And I'll tell you what I've seen in recent times and actually watched a presentation in the offseason from a college offensive coordinator that showed about 10 different drills that he runs with his quarterbacks to show them how to get out of the pocket, how to get comfortable when they're doing so, and to make plays under that type of duress. That's an example of what we're seeing the colleges deliver to the NFL.
They go play action here on 1st down. They'll roll him out right. Man open, here is Jones. And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10.
Time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and that will bring up second down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense. That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Going for it, here's Etienne. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Travis Etienne. His second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Jaguars are starting to open things up here in this Super Bowl. So they only needed a couple of feet there on 4th down, but they got more than that and then some as he takes this into the end zone.
And I love your description right there, right? 4th and short. They got that. No problem. Let's go ahead and get the rest of it. Finish it off in the end zone. Touchdown. Everyone goes away happy on that one.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Second down and 3. From the gun, it's Lawrence. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Lawrence over the middle, complete to Samuel. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 40. That one good for 16 as the drive continues. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Running left, here's Mitchell. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. 2 minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Now, that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Lawrence hit and the ball is free. And the Jags grab it. And now look at him go. He's at the 40. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. So the turnover forced, and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
47 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
And they'll run with Etienne. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Travis Etienne with his third touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Jaguars are starting to pour it on the game's biggest stage. They are running away with this Super Bowl. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is, I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. It's caught. Mitchell. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Here's Lawrence to throw. That's going to be caught by Samuel. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd and 5. They go play action now. Lawrence. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Rayshon Jenkins picks it off. And the Jaguars are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
The pass complete to Ingram on the crossing route. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Mike McGlinchey, the Notre Dame man, guilty on that one. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And the Niners get there and bring him down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He targets Ingram for another grab. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Well, don't tell any defensive coordinator I played for, but that might be considered a win for both teams because defensively they stopped them short and forced the 4th down. But offensively, they picked up enough yards to give their kicker a better shot if that's what they want to do.
And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So they get the conversion on 4th, and now from the 25, they operate with a 1st and 10. Rolling to his right. He'll dump this one off to Connor. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Patterson's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So it's halftime here on sports' grandest stage in the Super Bowl. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight, as we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment. Thus far, this Super Bowl has looked less like a contest and more like a coronation. And to call the second half, let's get it right back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. The 49er offense set to go to begin quarter number 3. And right now, their chances of hoisting that Lombardi trophy not looking too great, but perhaps that long halftime, maybe it did them a world of good.
But if there's ever a chance to regroup, it's in this game, right? Because you do have that long halftime, a chance to really assess things and maybe make some changes and true adjustments. They played great all year long. That was the worst first half of the season for them. They're hoping to put it behind them and come out punching here in the second half.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw taken in by Samuel. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And it'll leave them with 3rd and a full yard to go. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and 1, it's Lawrence. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Rayshawn Jenkins picks it off. And the Jags are going to take possession of the football.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he gets this one to Ridley, complete. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. 2nd and 14. They'll look to throw here. Complete to Jones. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
San Francisco's offense returns to the field. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
His 2nd catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They run the option left with Lawrence. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there. They'll
try and pick it up with Mitchell. 55 rushing yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch and turn upfield and pick up the first down.
On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Lawrence on 3rd down. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he's going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
Good solid gain on 1st down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
Second down, here's Davis Price. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. And Lawrence going to take it himself. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Lawrence. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Lawrence will throw. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Devon Hamilton with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. They were trying to set up a screen there, but that one just too slow in developing.
Yeah, too slow in developing and well-read, because that ends up being a bad feeling for the quarterback. When he's got no blocking in front of him, his guys are just going to let defenders go, and they're coming for him. So if it's not there, you just got to throw the ball at the turf at your running back's feet.
Robbie Gould on now to try the field goal. This one from 35 yards away. The kick by Gould is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. So another good job defensively, because they've allowed 3 trips into the red zone, but only the 2 field goals.
Yeah, that's the bend but don't break, isn't it? And they really didn't get broken at all, because if you're running off the field having allowed 2 field goals and 3 trips in the red zone, you've actually come out ahead.
Yeah, flip it over to the other side. The offense, they'll hope to cash in for 6 next trip. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get him 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. They'll get 34 yards there.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the Niners are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Davis Price on 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Just one more quarter remains in the season-long race for the Lombardi Trophy here at Super Bowl 57 from Glendale. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Lawrence gets this one to Juszczyk. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Lawrence. Open man is Samuel, complete. And they'll work this down inside the 30. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball, because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
From the 29, Lawrence. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. A great play there. 29 yards. And the 49ers are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. Well, he's regarded as one of the best athletes among NFL tight ends, Charles, and it certainly was on display right there.
And as we've seen this league continue to grow and develop, I think the tight end position is becoming harder and harder to defend because now it's elite athletes playing that position, not just the big guys who can block. How about his ability to get downfield and make plays against any defense?
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they are trying to play it cool down on the sidelines, but they know that they are very close now to wrapping this thing up and letting the celebration begin. A Super Bowl title within reach now as they try to polish this thing off.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And this one is incomplete. The offense on third down tonight, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. A shotgun snap and a give to ETN. And some room to maneuver. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 93 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Well, that's one of the main responsibilities of a safety in any defense. A long way downfield before he's able to corral him, but that's why you have him on the field, the last line of defense.
He made the play. I don't know if it'll be remembered. They're probably so mad that the run went for that long.
Wonder if they were thinking pass in that situation as opposed to run and being caught a little bit out of position. Fortunately, he's able to track him down.
He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.